Hi there, my name is Bianca Lopez and this is Be in the Know all the way from Vegas. I'm actually at Aria and I am here with Ryan Gosling. Don't believe me? Read the sign. As my team booked this interview, I was head over heels trying to figure out what to wear and ended up that we're meeting. Hi Ryan, nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you as well.
Jokes aside, this is your first time at OWI. Tell me, what do you think so far and what made you come here all the way from England?
Yeah, so thanks very much for the invitation over as well and to be interviewed. So I work at Callsign, who's an identity-driven company. So heard about No event.
Yeah.
One of my colleagues actually come to the event last year at Washington, said how good it was. Got an invite to come here. I love Vegas. I heard a lot about the company.
Vegas,
so
there is a pool party tonight coming, so how could you ever miss an identity pool party? That sounds so exciting.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It'd be good.
You brought your Speedos,
I've
right?
got them, Speedos, armbands, all
Perfect,
ready.
we're ready to go. So tell me about Callsign and how the hell did you get into identity? You're a pretty young guy.
Yeah.
Identity is a very complex issue. Which side of it are you in?
Yeah.
Where do you work? Tell me a little bit more about it.
Yeah, so Callsign is all around intelligence-driven authentication. So I think we all know that authentication is normally quite complex or painful.
Yeah,
Password,
and sometimes
usernames.
linear, like
Exactly.
it's either in or out.
Yeah. So the ambition behind Callsign is taking away a lot of that pain point, but also making sure you can still secure the customer. So things around, rather than what you know, passwords, usernames, actually more around what you do. So the way I behave, the way I touch my phone, the way I touch my laptop.
So you're using accelerometers and sensors inside of the phone, and that's Callsign's technology, or you're curating a bunch of different technologies and providing them a client platform?
Yeah, good point. You got a lot of knowledge there. So we use different types of data points.
I love when my interviewers realize I'm not a marketing person.
No, that's good.
It's great.
Good. Yeah. So there's a few different streams that we have. So we've got our intelligence machine, which is all around machine learning, and it's device, behaviour, and location. They're our key products. So some of it's what we create ourselves, and some of it's what we take from other companies.
Okay, but you're standardizing and managing the life cycle for the client. So if I'm a big
exactly.
bank, I don't need to figure out which geolocation device or which technology I need to use.
Exactly.
You're sort of bringing that on into an SDK and a set of APIs?
Yeah. So what we do is we collate that information, so that's the intelligence around the user, and then we can then recommend or actually drive a type of authentication for the bank. So as an example, if I log into the bank and we think it's definitely Ryan, then give Ryan a nice slick customer journey. So give him a push notification to his mobile app.
Okay.
Or if we're unsure if it's Ryan.
And you're using mostly out of bound and off. What happens in an offline world?
So you've got digital channels, but you also got things like SMS and phone calls that we use as well. So it's a good example of if we're not sure if it's Ryan, about to make a payment.
So I can step up the authentication.
Exactly.
And what are you using and what are you seeing today? Because there's like so many conferences with so many point solutions that I feel pretty sorry for the average bank or large company of being like, which one do I pick? So what are you guys seeing? What do you offer in the market, I guess?
Yeah. So I think it's actually given a range, and I think you need to give a range of what the customer needs are, but also being able to manage your risk. So we went to a couple of examples there of if we think it's definitely Ryan, just give him a push notification to his mobile app, swipes his phone, he's in. But actually, if it is high risk, then use some of our other authenticators that we've got. So it could be the SMS, it could be the phone call, it could be facial biometrics. I don't think there's one to conquer it. I think there's a range that we need to be able to give our customers.
And what are you seeing in terms of customers understanding what GDPR is? And because you're in the middle of it happening right now. A lot of banks have kind of just sat on their hands and done not a lot, in my opinion, but I'm a bit critical, so.
Well, I used to work for a bank as well, so I worked for a bank for a number of years.
I worked for one. I still love them. I still love RBC, but...
So I think there's 2 points to that, which is I think there's a whole new paradigm shift in not just sort of the banks, but actually customers as well. So, this event is all around identity. But we're in the industry, so we know what identity is. We know that.
But the average person has no clue.
Exactly. Yeah.
None.
So the way I'm pushing it is, if I said to my mum, in 3 years' time, your identity is going to be shit. Yeah, she does a little bit.
That's usually
That's
my pulse measure. Like, does your mum know what you do? If she doesn't, your industry needs literacy.
What would my mum think about if I turned around and said that my bank is going to be a digital identity provider? Would she feel safe about that? Would she like it? And and I think the same. Would I want a telco having my identity, or actually would I only want the government? I think it should be government driven.
You think it should be government driven?
But it's a great point.
Even though your government has done Brexit, you still believe the government should own the identity of the human.
But I think it comes down to kind of how do you feel from a security perspective? But I think that's the next point, right? So I think we need to make sure that because of this paradigm shift, you've got GDPR, you've got open banking, those kind of things. So we need to make sure our customers understand what it is and why it's happening.
what are they giving?
Yeah.
Like, that's the equation I often find people don't understand. They don't understand what their identity is.
Yeah.
They don't understand what they're giving away. And
Yeah.
actually, I'm a firm believer that's mine. It belongs to me. If
Yeah.
the discretionary manager of it is going to be a bank,
Yeah.
I get to choose which one.
Yeah, that's it, exactly. And then I think there's another whole new point to this as well. The reason why we need to make sure our customers are involved or understand it is because if they don't, then fraudsters can take advantage. So if I don't know who's managing my identity, company-wise or
Yeah.
whatever it is, then all the fraudster needs to do is manipulate that. So he then
Yeah.
contacts the customer and says,
And there's so many cases of it.
exactly,
It's terrifying.
exactly. Yeah, so
And they do it with the like women, children, all the horrifying things. That's who they go after.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So there's a paradigm shift in the way we need to think about it, but I think we need to. It's collaboration. That's the key behind it. So and this is why events like this are great. It gets everyone thinking, what is the right way to do it, and let's work together.
What are you most excited about for the event, other than obviously the pool party and parading
And
around
other than
as
this
Ryan
interview as well.
Gosling? Yeah, the
Yeah,
interview.
yeah.
The interview. Look, who's charming.
I'm actually on a panel on Wednesday.
Okay,
Yeah,
so let's talk about your panel. What are you doing in your panel? That should have been the first thing you said to me, Ryan. I am here to talk on the panel.
Yeah. So I'm talking about fraud prevention. So kind of what are the industry problems at the moment, and then what can we do in the future. So I think kind of the future bit is like I just spoke around the paradigm shift in the way we need to help our
Do you
customers.
believe the future is context driven?
Yeah. I believe so. Yeah, and again, I think it's getting enough information around the user, but then also giving the user options. And I say that will be risk-based upon what we think about the person.
And changing the paradigm of risk being linear. Like one
Yeah.
of the biggest conversations I often have with CIOs is that.
Yeah.
Is like, how do they prepare for future-proof
Yeah,
architecture?
exactly.
Of knowing like
Yeah.
all the attributes that I might be able to look at to make a decision, because nothing is binary in this world.
Exactly. No, I totally agree.
So I
Yeah.
hope you have an amazing time at OWI.
Thank
I'm a
you.
fan. This is my 3rd year running.
Wow.
If you need to know your way around,
Yeah.
you can hit me up in the team. Thank you for coming.
I'll do that. Thanks very much.
And be in the know, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Thank you.